Well, that was that. The makeover show's on TVNZ now, and we're still talking. What did you make of that? Clearly, whoever rang in gave it to Key. I actually thought it was pretty even.
I thought Cunliffe did pretty well, actually. I think John Key looked rattled the whole time. I don't think he managed to really get on the front foot much at all.
No, I thought Cunliffe got a couple of good speeches on it.
Yeah, and was just had that air of more confidence, which I think is the sort of thing that makes an impression. But who knows how the numbers got there?
Were you surprised at the content of that and the themes? Because about half of it seemed to be about land sales and foreigners.
Yeah, it was surprising, and also what wasn't there, which was of course environment, health, education. They all seem to be missing, which I think are pretty critical issues that didn't seem to get covered at all.
Yeah, maybe they'll be in the next one, but it seemed a very oddly balanced debate, and that where was the health? Education is the big issue that New Zealanders care about.
Well, yeah, education inequality is proving to be a major issue for New Zealanders as well, and the environment. So, I mean, that's why I think we've been really clear about talking about all of those issues, the economy, which is critical, but also inequality and also the environment, because we know that though all three are necessary for good governance, and all three are the areas that the public are interested in.
I thought the Greens were there quite a lot.
Yeah, we did.
In the debate, even though we weren't kind of present. So, I mean, it kind of did make the argument for why we should have been present, given that we were constantly referred to. I mean, if John Key wants to constantly refer to us, then we'd like the opportunity to stand there and respond.
Well, right of reply. That makes sense. So, do you think that will happen next time around? Because it does. It seems a little awkward when Key is using you guys against Cunliffe, and he can't answer on your behalf.
Yeah.
Did you have a conversation with TVNZ about that?
Yeah, I think
we've had conversations. Yeah. I mean, we do think we should be in these debates. These debates are about the formation of government. It's not a Miss New Zealand contest. It really is not. It's about who will be in government and what will they offer the country. So we should be there.
But they're not going to let two of you on, are they?
You
would actually have to choose.
And we do. I mean, I've been on a couple of the other leaders' debates, and Russell will do a couple of those as well. We know how to manage our co-leadership really well. But the point is that the Greens should be present in these debates because we are a significant feature in the political landscape, and we could be a major part of the next government.
I mean, the complete absence of climate change, from the debate, like where's the price on carbon? So the Greens put up a policy, says put a price on carbon, return the revenue for income tax cuts, company tax cuts. I think it's a really, creative solution to the challenge that we've got. Would make a big difference, but it's completely absent from the debate. I think it's critical. Yeah,
there's no conversation about inequality, about how you actually address the needs of the 265,000 children who are living in poverty. We've got our plan. It's $1 billion plan to tackle child poverty, paid for by a new top tax rate for 3% of New Zealand's income earners who can well afford it, like Russell and I.
I thought there was something that Cunliffe didn't come back with there. He let the tax rise thing go straight through to the keeper without saying, well, it's only on this many taxpayers.
Yeah, because it's an ethical question as well. It's like we know that we've got this huge problem of this, the legacy problem in a way of poverty and inequality, legacy of the New Right Revolution in a way, and we know that money is going to be critical to solving, and it's not cheap, and we recognise that. If just 3% of us pay a little bit more tax, 7 cents in the dollar for every dollar over 140k, we can get something like 100,000 plus children out of poverty. It will make a huge difference. And you'd be proud to pay the tax to get all those kids out of poverty. What a great contribution to the future of New Zealand. And it just, it didn't really come up in that debate.
Just before we go, we've got another couple of minutes. I'm going to change stream completely and go to questions from some readers of our website, Public Address. And one actually from David Hayward, who writes on our site. He's an engineer, Dr. David Hayward. He wants to know what the Green Party's official line is on, respectively, fluoridation and immunisation.
On fluoridation, we believe communities should be the ones who make the decision. So it's not about a national directive, it's about communities deciding for themselves. We know it's complicated and difficult, but nonetheless that's
so you can get a situation like Hamilton where one group takes over the council and gets through a policy for which there is no scientific evidential backing.
Well, it's up to the community to decide how they want to manage that, and we're not in a position to dictate to them.
And it's similar on immunisation. You know, we recognise the value of immunisation, and you know, making sure that there is government support around immunisation. Do you make it compulsory? We're not willing to make that step. So even though we make sure that, if you like, it is tilted. If you look at the immunisation playing field towards immunisation, which is good, but we're not willing to make it compulsory.
Would you expect Kevin Haig to be the next Minister
Wouldn't
of
he
Health?
be a great one?
I think he would.
I think he would be a fantastic Minister of Health, actually, and that would be really, really fantastic. But we've got an excellent team, and so there's all of them could take major positions in the cabinet and major ministries and do excellent work.
Right,
yeah, there's real depth in it. It's great.
Yeah.
On that note, I'm actually going to let you go now because I'm going to talk to some other people. Cool. And we've got Guy Williams about. But thank you very much. That was really enjoyable and I think useful as well. So cheers.
Pleasure.
And we're going to Guy Williams now. He's so hipster.
Cheers, guys. We're out here in the bar having a good old time. Many beers are being had, a lot of wine and cheese, and a good reaction from everyone in here. Golrez. I'm here with Golrez. Sorry, Golrez. What was your thoughts from the debate? What did you take away from that?
I would have liked to have seen some more Auckland issues, like transport.
Right. Are we going to repo?
Yeah.
Is that because we're in Auckland right now?
It is, and I am an Aucklander, so I do.
I don't know if we need to repo,
man.
I'm kind of happy with
I would
this.
have liked to have seen some of the inequality issues and some of the transport issues and, you know, issues that young people face.
What did you think about the debate itself? What did you think about the moderation and stuff like that?
I thought
you can do it
the
here,
host was
although...
once again horrific.
Horrific? That's a huge call.
Yeah, we're going to use this, so
I want to hear from each of the leaders equally, and I think Mike Hoskin just had no commitment to that, and it came through.
Huge. I like that. I like strong words like that. Thank you very much, Golrez. We're going to go now to random impartial people in the bar. You, sir, wearing a Green Party badge. You look totally impartial here. What do you take away from that?
Completely impartial. I hate the way John Key slagged off the Greens.
Okay.
And we had no chance.
What was it? What did he say? What was his burn?
Well, it was always, you know, the Greens are going to be bad for jobs, the Greens are going to be bad for everything. You know, it's kind of, actually the Greens have shown responsible leadership, they've shown good policy, and we're going to clean up politics. Yes. And, you know, we should have a chance to have a say in these debates.
Totally impartial there. You've got to hide I told you to hide the badge before we did that, but okay. Going to some more punters. We've got Lucy. Oh my gosh, Lucy Lawless. Lucy, I want to ask you. What it was like to be on Curb Your Enthusiasm, but instead I'm going to ask you what you took away from the debate.
Well, that was really boring. They didn't talk about the things that I care about. Not very much said on poverty. Nothing on the environment. Nothing on TPP. Nothing on nothing on that awesome dirty politics.
Yeah.
So I was kind of bored, actually.
Were you surprised at how well Cunliffe did? Because I had no expectations for him whatsoever. I thought he was a shit kicker, and he actually did all right out there.
What does a shit kicker mean? I thought that meant really effective.
I didn't. Oh yeah, good point. Good point. Maybe it's a compliment. I don't know. Were you impressed by the way the politicians handled themselves in the debate?
Yeah. You know what? I thought they seemed genuine. You know, as I've ever seen them. I always hate it when Cunliffe seems to be trying to make you like him or hedge his bets. You just be authentic, you know. Yeah. So I thought sometimes John Key looked authentically like pissed off and looks like he's gone to Hawaii in his mind already. But
don't check your phone during my in-depth interview. Finally, just before I go back to the main bar, what was it like being on Curb Your Enthusiasm? Seriously, because that was amazing.
It was amazing because Larry's he is that guy, but smarter. You know?
Okay.
Yeah, and he's. But that impulse control issue he has sometimes, like he's more in control most of the time, but sometimes much less. Like he's fabulously crazy. Yeah.
I've got to get a selfie with you. We'll go back to the bar and back to some proper discussion because I don't know what I'm doing. Thank you so much. Okay, Lucy, quick selfie. We've got to do a selfie. Here we go. Thank you so much, by the way.
My pleasure.
Here we go. Where's good go? No, wrong way. So awkward. Come on, guy. Come on. Having a mirror.
Is it turned around?